I don't think church buildings are all wrong. I mean, it's obviously a great advantage to have a building you can meet in and a gathering place for your people, and there's a lot of disadvantages to having to set up chairs and do all this other stuff. But it's interesting to me that for many of us as Christians, it seems like the building becomes the thing. Like it's like, we love to drive by our church and go, well, that's my church. Look at that thing, whoa. And if it's a really big building, it's kind of like a monument to our success. And if it's a really small building, then people go, oh, your church is kind of small. And, we kind of measure church by the building. It's interesting, when you read the Bible, Jesus had something much bigger in mind. It was called the kingdom of God, a movement of people moving out into the world to advance the reign and rule of God in the earth. It's interesting because in the Old Testament, God dwelt in a building. I mean, he sat on the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant, and the people of Israel had to come to the building to meet him. But as you read the New Testament, it actually says that Jesus came, dwelt among us, right? So that he was incarnated among us. And then it says this mystery happened. Christ was in us, the hope of glory. So we became the temple of God. We became the building in which Jesus dwelt, which means we, again, are the church. Not the building on the corner, but we who Jesus dwells in are the church. So when you think about your church, do you think about the building and the monument of the building, or are you building something bigger with Jesus, the kingdom of God? When I think about my church, I love it because I think we're building something bigger. I can think of Nancy and Mike and Jackson. I can think of a single mom who's received help with her kids. I can think of a car that's been repaired for another single mom. I can think of cancer patients that have been supported and kids who have been fed. That's the kind of monuments, that's the kind of building I want to have in my church. How about you?